Now we have an exponential problem. 2 raised to the power of square root of x equals 8 raised to the power of x, solving for all values of x that satisfy this equation. Now, we can start by expressing this 8 here in terms of 2 because the base here is 2. We want this base to be 2 as well. I have 2 raised to the power of square root of x, and this equals 8 is simply 2 to the power of 3, and this is raised to the power of x. Now, let's consider this identity if you have a power n raised to the power of n equals a power n times n. Now, considering this identity, that means we are simply going to have 2 raised to the power of square root of x equals 2 power 3 times x, that is 3x. So right now, the two bases here are the same, so we can consider this other identity if you have a power b and this equals a power c. Since the bases are the same, we can say b equals c. So we come over here, we have root x equals 3x. Now, what can we do? We need to eliminate this square root here, and for us to do that, we raise this to the power of 2, and we raise this to the power of 2. Now, remember, if you have square root of a raised to the power of 2, this simply means a because this eliminates this. So going by that identity, that means this will eliminate this. I have my x, and this equals, for this, if you have a times b raised to the power of c, this equals a power c times b power c. So that means we are going to distribute this to each of the terms here. We have 3 power 2 times x power 2. So from here, we have x equals 3 power 2, this is 9 times x squared. So from here, we have x equals 9x squared. Now, what you can do is you can divide this by x, divide this by x, x eliminate x, you have 1 equals. Now, if you have a power n divided by a power m, this equals a power n minus m. So what happens here is that this x is to the power of 1. Now we can have 9x power 2 minus 1 because this is raised to the power of 1. So from here, we can have 1 equals 9x because 2 minus 1 is 1, and x power, what is the same thing as x? So right now we can solve for x. By rearranging this, you can have 9x equals 1. I divide this by 9. I divide this by 9. 9 eliminate 9. I have x equals 1 over 9. Now, this single approach gives us only one solution, which is 1 over 9. But at this particular point, I can form a quadratic equation. Look at it here. I can simply have x equals, this is 9 times x squared, meaning x equals 9x squared. So instead of dividing like what we did here, I can move x over here. I have 9x squared minus x equals 0. So what I can do is to factor out x because we have it here. I can have x times this divides x. I have 9x minus this divides x. I have 1, and this equals 0. So what I can do again would be to equate x to 0, and also I have 9x minus 1 equals 0. So by doing that, I'm going to have x equals 0. I can also have 9x equals 1 because I can move this over here. And I can decide to divide this by 9. Divide this by 9 to isolate x. 9 eliminate 9. I have x equals 1 over 9. So this other method is giving us two solutions, which are 0 and 1 over 9. So that is another way of solving it to get multiple solutions. Now, at this point, we can write our solution, which are x equals 0 and x equals 1 over 9. We can check. for each of the solutions. So I have 2 power root x equals a power x, and our x is 0. I can have 2 power square root of 0 equals a power 0. And square root of 0 is 0. I have 2 power 0 equals 8 power 0. And any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. So this will give me 1. And this gives me 1 as well. So this implies that that solution is also very correct. Let's consider when x is 1 over 9. I will have 2 power square root of x equals 8 power x. And s is 1 over 9. I have 2 power square root of 1 over 9 equals 8 power 1 over 9. Now, consider this identity. If you have square root of a over b, this is just like writing square root of a divided by square root of b. So, using that right here, we are simply going to have 2 power square root of 1 divided by square root of 9 equals 8 power 1 over 9. And from here, I can have 2 power square root of 1 is 1 divided by square root of 9 is 3. And this equals 8 power 1 over 9. So, I can have a as 2 power 3. I have 2 power 1 over 3 equals 8 is simply 2 power 3. And this is raised to the power of 1 over 9. Now remember this identity game of if you have a power n raised to the power of n equals a power n times n. So by considering this identity, we would simply have 2 power 1 over 3 equals 2 power 3 times 1. That's 3 over 9 because we have 9 here. 3 divides itself once, divide 9, we have 2. Okay, we have 3. So this simply means we are going to have 2 power 1 over 3 equals 2 power 1 over 3. Now we can also consider this identity to simplify this further. If you have a power 1 over n, this equals the n root of a power 1, which is the same thing as having the n root of a. So let's apply that here. You will have the cube root of 2 power 1. This equals the cube root of 2 power 1. And from here, 2 power 1 is 1. So we have cube root of 2. And this equals the cube root of 2. This and this are also the same. So guys, this is how you can easily solve this exponential problem step by step. And guys, that is it. 2 solutions tested and they are proven to be correct. Goodbye.